Hi everybody, it's me, Marissa the Medium, and welcome to this week's edition of What's in the Cards, where I do a collective weekly energy card reading for you to bring down messages of hope, love, advice, wisdom from Spirit and the angels to help guide you along through anything that you may encounter, people, situations this week. For those of you that watch regularly, thank you so much. I hope you know how much I love doing this for you. I really do. And I'm gonna invite you to help us grow the group by inviting your friends in, to push like and subscribe, comment down below for this week. Let's do that. Make it May the 4th be with you. Drop your favorite Star Wars emoji or GIF in the comments below. Anyhoozle, so we will begin this week, and I've got my little friend, Yoda. Yoda is joining us. And this week we are going to channel messages first and foremost. We are starting with the Tatoo Tarot deck. Love this, by 8Coins on Instagram. I love the artwork. And we shall tune into and see what message Spirit has in store for you this week. What happens if I shuffle them in the opposite direction? New brain connection. What happens? Oh, that's interesting. It's just different. Always looking to try something new. Spirit, what messages does everybody most need to hear this week? There it is. Can't make it up. Cards fly out. There's the card. Ooh, and we've got the Four of Cups. And for those of you that may or may not know, Cups is the suit of emotions, and you see this beautiful cloud in the shape of a person kind of having a little bit of sorrow and the emotions pouring into those three cups. So you may be feeling or have felt recently more emotional than usual. Please do not give any type of judgment to yourself, and in fact, do the opposite. Even though you may be crying, we see that the person is holding a rose. A nice little practice for any of you, I don't know why they're pulling this through, a nice little practice for journaling or thinking about your day is to say, what was at least 2 roses and 1 thorn about my day? There's always going to be something prickly, even when something good is around. So where we choose to really acknowledge any emotion that comes forward for us. All the emotions are okay. They are what they are. So allow yourself, this card is saying, allow yourself this week and in this most recent week to take stock of and be okay with any emotion that you experienced. That's the message coming through for that first card. I love it. Next, we are going to use another favorite on the channel. You guys know Affirmators by Knock Knock. Love you guys. If you want to send me some post-its, hey, I won't hate it. I'll love it. Love it. All right, so what do we need to know in regards to our emotions and the message of this week? What do we need to know about love and relationships? Perspective. We need to have perspective. What does a hawk see when it flies over your house, besides the family of mice living maybe nearby that you don't know about? What will your current problems, conflicts, and complaints look like when you're 80 years old and you gaze back on the timeline of your life? In this moment, you are being given the gift of clear perspective, of knowing that in the end, everything is going to be okay, probably much better than okay. Think large enough and even big issues become small. Become an 80-year-old hawk, and you're really on to something. So wow, what a message on the heels of this one about feeling emotional and being okay with it. This card comes through to remind you that it is about perspective, right? It's okay. And in 8, 10, 80 years from now, what will this moment that might feel like a heightened emotion, a turmoil, a turbulence, a situation, a challenge, or even something on the opposite, something beautiful. What will that be like in 80 years as a further zoomed out, if you will, memory, which is why I keep calling this zoomed out memory. So a little perspective never hurts. And the wise phrase, I don't know, maybe if those of you that know, this too shall pass, whoever coined it, that will help as well. So with those emotions, we will have a little perspective. And I'm being led next to this 𝐼𝐼𝐰𝐼 compassion cards. So I was told that this was going to come into play, and the compassion card, we're going to see what this week's message is in regards to these emotions, having perspective, and compassion. Let's see what it builds on with that. What else do we need to know in the compassion realm? Well, there's two. There's two, guys. So it must be a double message. Always maintain only a joyful mind. Well, this says, the commentary is, constantly apply cheerfulness, if for no other reason than because you're on this spiritual path. Have a sense of gratitude to everything, even difficult emotions, because of their potential to wake you up. Wow. That ties into, again, perspective. This applies perspective. Even difficult emotions have the potential to wake you up. So that gives you cause, that next NLS, I call it next level shit. We can bleep that out maybe. Going next on that journey, when you're leveling up, you are waking up. So have compassion that what might feel like a poop show is there to serve you. And then the next card says, 4 practices are the best of methods. The 4 practices are accumulating merit through any actions or words that lessen self-absorption and create more space in your mind and heart. 2, laying down evil deeds through honest and joyful self-reflection, which we just saw. Offering to the wake-up call by welcoming mishaps because they wake you up, and by offering to the Dharmapalas or the protectors by expressing your gratitude to those who protect the teachings that help you and your fellow beings to wake up. Fantastic. That can be just another way for us to shift our perspective and have a grander view. And for the last card pull of the day, I was also told that we were going to use the animal totem. So we're going to shuffle up and deal and see how and which animal is going to round out this reading for you guys about emotions and perspective and maintaining our mind. So which animal and what message do they have to round this out for us? Let's have a look. And that animal totem is, it's the 2 of Wands, which appears to be, this 2 of Wands is a stingray. Gracefully, I make my way through the sea, far and wide, near and far, but always with a destination in mind to swim. To swim aimlessly would not only be dangerous, but potentially deadly. Here in the sea, there are many options and opportunities, just as on land, and just like in your land-based world, if one doesn't act quickly, they will be gone forever more. The 2 of Wands needs to know you need to be making some sort of a decision right now. And you need to do that with a clear mind and a clear heart. And we saw that one of the ways to do that is to acknowledge what you've been feeling, have some perspective about where that fits in the grand scheme of things, maintaining a joyful mind, and even having the perspective, right? A gratitude for difficult emotions because they're waking us up. And then you'll be able to make that decision that you need to make this week, where maybe some of this energy has felt muddled, and you'll be able to do that with clear-headed mind, heart, and acknowledgement of your emotions. So guys, you'll be able to take that energy of the stingray. Once you do this, you move through this process, and you will be able to glide toward this next venture. This also represents a journey. So that next journey, that next leg, that next undertaking, this will help you glide through if you can apply these teachings. So that's this week's card reading. And again, this is for May 3rd through May, the 9th. Excuse me, May 3rd through May 9th. I had to take a peek and remember what that was. Thank you guys for tuning in. Drop your May the 4th be with you. the little emoji that reminds you the most of Star Wars. And thank you for tuning in. As I always say, be